Hi and welcome to Mini-Blog. Today we're going to look at hybrid cryptography. As we saw in the last video, we learned what was symmetric cryptography, that was based on a private key, and we learned about asymmetric cryptography, which is based on a private key that can generate multiple public keys. Hybrid cryptography basically is the mix of both techniques for maximum security. In this case, we're going to use to encrypt data symmetric cryptography, which is very fast and very secure. This is going to be used for encryption. And we're going to use an extra layer of security provided by asymmetric cryptography, where using private and public key, we will be able to share our private key in a secure manner. So let's see. The first part of hybrid cryptography is going to be done with asymmetric cryptography. So in this case, we're going to create a session for Romeo. The session is going to create a private key, and the objective is to send this private key to Juliet. For doing this, we're going to use public key cryptography. So we're going to use Juliet's public key to encrypt the private key. Then we're going to send the message. In this case, that's what it's called a handshake. And this message is going to be decrypted with Juliet's private key, allowing her to have access to Romeo's private key of that session. Once Juliet has Romeo's private key, we go into the second part, which means that now Juliet will be able to use the traditional symmetric cryptography to encrypt and decrypt, because she already owns Romeo's private key. So now Romeo basically going to encrypt with normal private key cryptography or symmetric, going to send the document to Juliet, and Juliet, owning Romeo's private key, will be able to decipher the message without any problem. So it's the combination of public key cryptography, where we share the private key of the session, that allow us to share this private key. Once the private key has been shared, then it's very easy. We just send the message that has been encrypted with the private key. So as you see, the culmination of both makes it a very powerful security layer, and that's what it's basically used in general every time that we open a session or interaction between two websites. It's using this combination of both cryptographies. Having said that, now we're going to learn the last part, that it's about digital signatures, to wrap up and close this introduction to cryptography.